Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, Vibing After Dark _ with Mo. And if you're new to my channel, how about hit that subscribe button? And if you're a returning subscriber, how about send it to a family or a friend so they can vibe out with us? And please, 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 please like this video. That helps out a lot, and thanks in advance because I know y'all got me. Before we get into tonight's video, I first want to apologize for why I sound so stuffy. My allergies are through the roof right now. But as y'all can tell by the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about DaBrat and the real BB Judy. And this Jimmycriket comment. And they finally came out. Well, not finally, because they done explain a few times of why they chose the sperm donor of their baby. But DaBrat went on Tamron Hall show along with BB Judy, the real BB Judy, and she apologized further of the comment, and she was stating that basically she didn't mean no harm about it. So y'all know I will play that clip in there, but I do want to give y'all the backstory just in case y'all have not heard about this before. They went viral about 2 weeks ago when it first came out. So it first aired on their first episode of their, I think it's their third season. I'm not sure about that, but y'all can correct me in the comment section below. But I don't know what season it is, but it was the very first show that they was talking and explaining like how hard it was to find a donor or whatever. So I don't have all that clip, and I'm not going to play all that clip for copyright reasons, but I have just a little smidget of that, and I'll play that for y'all. I actually got a couple of clips that I want to play for y'all. I want to play that part, and then I also want to play the part where DaBrat went on Ricky Smiley to explain further, and then the real BB Judy, she went on her live. It was just a whole lot of explaining going on, so I'm gonna show y'all all of that, and I'm gonna read some of the comments that people, negative comments, and a person from TikTok that I found that was not really saying on their side, but giving the people like. Anyway, let me just shut up. Let me let y'all hear this.
I think 3 or 4, I think they call cryobanks.
There's definitely not a lot of African-American options.
We had to find a donor that was the negative of the 4 different things that I'm a carrier of.
Right.
That actually reduced our candidates by like...
Okay, so that was the clip from their episode, and it was explaining in the Jimmycriket comment. I couldn't actually find that video when she made that comment, but she was talking to the doctor about the whole situation. If y'all have not watched that episode, she was pretty much saying they only had one black donor, and he looked like Jimmycriket, so she didn't want him. So after that episode came out and it just like blew up, the Shade Room of course posted it. And so I'm gonna read y'all now some of the comments like they had up under what the Shade Room had posted. So the person at the top said, I know I'm supposed to just say congrats and keep it moving, and I love DaBrat, but this is problematic on so many levels. Another commenter said, now this is what you cancel a black celebrity for. Somebody else said, the baby could have still came out cute with one cute parent. Y'all just wanted a mixed baby. So the next person said, this is the route for a lot of lesbian couples. They want a mixed baby and it aggravates me, but that's y'all business. You can say I'm lying and I'll say prove it. They are rich. They could have found a donor amongst their affluent friends. This is cap. Just say you wanted a mixed kid. Shaking my head. They should have taken this to the grave. The comments is just as dumb as picking out sperm to buy. Even if the donor is handsome, doesn't mean the baby is going to come out cute. So that's just a few comments that I was just reading from what people were saying. So now let me show y'all this clip from this dude on TikTok. And he was like basically agreeing with DaBrat them.
Sperm. How many men actually donate sperm? 4%. Now of that 4%, how many are black? 2%. So we put 100 sperm donors in the room and 98 of them are white. Now, of those 2 that are remaining that aren't black, do you honestly believe that they are going to possess the physical characteristics that you are looking for in a donor? No. People who are conventionally attractive that you would actually seek out to be a sperm donor, they don't donate. With those odds, what you end up doing is you end up settling for the best looking white person that you can find. Because regardless as to what people would like to believe, black people do not donate their eggs, they do not donate their sperm, and they are not surrogates as much as you would like to believe that they are. And this is why you get so many people that ask their friends and family to donate for them.
Okay, so I was gonna show the Brat one now, but the Brat, when she went on Ricky Smiley, she explained like her reasoning for doing it, but hers is like almost 6 minutes long. Cause the Brat, I don't know what it is, but since she got with the real BB Judy and got pregnant and everything, she started talking like this little slow baby talk. I don't know if y'all realize that. I realize that that's something that kind of like gets to me. I mean, it's cute. Yeah, it's cute. I don't like talking negative about things, but that's something that bothers me. Like, in my opinion, it bothers me. So I don't watch the show. And I think in her explaining this is why it took her so long to explain it. So I'm going to save hers for last. And that'll be your option if y'all want to watch it or not. But I'm about to go ahead and show y'all Judy explaining it.
Yeah, we did an interview with a publication, and when we did the interview with the publication, they had access to the first episode. In the first episode of Brat Loves Judy, we are in search of Black donors. So a question was asked around that because you saw in real time us trying to find a Black donor, and you saw the difficulties. There are difficulties. So there's a lot of facts in the world that people, I feel like, really don't know or are ignorant to. And that's that Black men make up 5% or less of the sperm donation pool. And then even with that, once you put in your genetic testing, you'll be lucky to find, it's early in the morning. And with that, once you put in your genetic testing, you'll be lucky to find one, if any. I'm a carrier of 4 different things. 4. And since we getting into it, I'm gonna in one of the slides you're gonna see everything. And the severity of the things that I'm a carrier of, if we chose somebody that had the same thing, our child would most likely have it. And they're severe. So, and then even with that, once you put in your genetic.
So after she made those slides, she said, I'll say this again because I know a lot of people have no knowledge of the fertility journey. To be clear, for all those that are not aware of many things we weren't aware of, here it is. Black men make up less than 5% of the donation pool. Furthermore, with genetic testing, that especially for looking into the disease that humans carry, and put in my stats, carrier of 4 things in all of the cryobanks, it went from thousands to about 300, and of that, only one was Black, and he also unfortunately wasn't a perfect match. So we actually waited a few weeks to see if the pool increased, but unfortunately with the time frame we had to choose within 6 to 8 weeks, and there was no more new Black donors that fit within the perfect fit with my genetic testing. Hopefully this headline that people are running with will educate more people that there's a huge gap in the sperm pool. Like, you can literally Google this. So as a mother of 3 beautiful Black kids and even a Black grandbaby, I want to clarify to avoid this storyline for continuing that we choose our donor off of looks and that we didn't want a Black donor. Here's some things you should know. We had no idea going into this that our chances of Black donor would be slim to none. To that, I was a carrier of so many disorders. 3, that our window was so slim and such high risk because of my age. And 4, with my genetic testing, I'm carrier of 4 disorders that reduce our chances of Black donor down to 1 person, and that 1 person had very limited info portfolio to judge on, including background. 5, I'm honestly disappointed more than anything at the storyline, but do understand the lack of knowledge on IVF in our community because a lot of people don't even realize all the things when it comes to with this journey, including lack of Black donors, genetic testing, age where most your eggs are gone, etc. 6, the headlines are misleading, but also my wife made a distinctive joke and now is attached to the headline and making it seem like we choose strictly off of looks and we didn't at all attempt to find a Black donor, when in fact not only did we try, but we also waited to see if more would pop up over time, but had to stay within the window that we had to choose. Furthermore, people think just because you have money that anything is possible, but no amount of money was changing the cryobanks inventory. 7, our baby created with a healthy baby first mindset. Once we learned all the things was a hard decision, and of course we didn't want to add any other stigmas or anything to our child, but we had severely limited options. Thanks to all the people supporting us on our journey, and I truly hope this brings awareness to more Black men to donate. Then she just went on and posted some of the stats on like the donors and things like that to furthermore prove her point of why they choose how they choose. And lastly, she said, analysts posted in October 22 found black men account for less than 2% of sperm donors at cryobanks nationwide. Of course, I want to keep my heritage. Holland said, I'm proud of who I am and I want to keep within the scope of what my family looks like. Okay, so fast forward to yesterday, they went on the Tamron Hall show and they furthermore explained and they apologized. So I'm going to let y'all listen to that.
About almost everybody that I saw, that one just happened to make it in the show. I wasn't trying to be mean or like say anything negative about black people. We were looking for a black donor. It was just misconstrued and taken way out of context.
Yeah, so I'm more on social than she is. And there were things that I was really trying to avoid her from seeing. They had comments that said, I just hope you guys miscarry. And I know if they're coming on my page, they're coming on her page. So I'm trying to delete a lot of stuff so she can't see it on my page and she can't see it on her page because it was extreme hate. If nothing else, at this time, I feel like this should be at least an educational moment so our people aren't as ignorant, so other different women don't have that situation.
Now, to me, that was actually sad to listen to because you don't know what people is going through, and like the negative comments like that, I just don't understand why people got to be so mean. I felt like even if they wanted to choose a white donor or whatever, that's their choice. Like, I don't understand why that would affect anybody else. Like, if anybody else will want to choose their donor, they pick who they want to choose, so let it be. Like, that's just crazy. Especially when people wishing the baby miscarried over something like that. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. But y'all don't tell me up in the comments because I said I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I just strongly feel like everybody should do it what pleases them, and that's it. Like, don't worry about like what nobody else do. It doesn't matter. But y'all let me know down in the comment section below, how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all think the fans went too far? Do y'all think they're wrong for doing this? Let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation in the comment section below, and I will close it out by playing the Brat part from Ricky Smiley, and I'll catch y'all guys on the next one. Bye.
Something I would like to discuss that I think people don't really understand the process of, so it might take a little second, so y'all bear with me, please. And y'all keep me and my wife and family in y'all prayers. But the IVF process, I don't know if some of y'all caught Brat Loves Judy or not, but if you missed it, the IVF process is a difficult process. It consisted of so much medication. I had to give my wife shots in her stomach to prepare for egg retrieval, constant pills and hormones and different things that she had to take to get a successful egg extraction, because what we were doing, we were mixing her egg with the donor's egg and then putting it in my body for me to be the carrier, and I would like be the oven to grow the egg or whatever and have the baby. Well, after successful extraction, days later, she found it hard to breathe, and we ended up having to go to the emergency room. And they ended up keeping her, which was shocking to us. And she ended up with blood clots in her lungs, which then caused her to be hospitalized. And then they kept her longer, and they were trying to handle that, but then she ended up with an enlarged heart. So all of this was very scary. She ended up calling her kids, telling them she loved them. She didn't tell them in depth what was going on, but I knew that was like, if something happens to me, right. I love y'all. So anyway, next we had to select a sperm donor. Now there were people said, why didn't y'all use somebody y'all know? We didn't want to do that. We didn't want anything weird. We didn't want to use anybody we knew. We wanted to go to a sperm donor. So we had like 3 or 4 sperm donor cryobanks that were very reputable from our doctors. And we have amazing doctors, Dr. A, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Kim Lipscomb. And Dr. Collier, of course. And the cryobanks, there were thousands of donors. Thousands. We never thought we would have any issues choosing a black donor. So we both knew we were looking for black donors. There wasn't no questions about that, no doubt. We wanted a black kid. We didn't think of anything else, right? So my wife had to do a genetic test to see what diseases ran in her bloodline. These are tests that you have to do because your donor cannot have the same diseases or traits in the bloodline, because that can make your child end up having these diseases. So my wife had like 4 or 5 different things in her bloodline that could not mix with the donor, because, we didn't want the child to possibly end up carrying a disease, because we just want a healthy baby to love and just nourish, nurture and take care of. Anyway, this narrowed our options down to a couple of hundred with one black donor. Okay, one black donor, one. Man. And yes, I cracked a joke on our show that he looked like Jimmycriket, and I was not having that. But also, we went back through each sperm bank to see if this is really all we had. And it was one choice, and the one choice was not what I wanted to choose. Plus his profile, his portfolio was very limited. Like, they give you so many different things, and you can pay more and more money to dig deep and go back in their family tree and all this stuff. So we wanted to investigate, and it was very limited, so we couldn't do that. And we waited as long as we could with hopes that more black donors would pop up, and they didn't. Now we're on a time frame, so that didn't happen. Now our only options, y'all, were Asian and Caucasian. We thoroughly investigated both options. We spoke to family members. We prayed. We talked to our doctors. We did everything we could before deciding. And Asian and Caucasian. We thoroughly investigated both options. We spoke to family members. We prayed. We talked to our doctors. We did everything we could before deciding. And of course, no one wants their child to have to endure anything extra, like any extra issues to have to explain their race. Because my best friend Mariah, she's biracial. I know a lot of people that are biracial, and they go through getting teased like, are you black or are you white? Nobody wants their child to get bullied or any of that stuff. So, but we're gonna do what we have to do, because we want a healthy child, and we're gonna teach our baby everything. We have beautiful people around us, like older people like Ricky. We got you. We got her parents. We have people to help us with these things, because it takes a village. And we already got to explain the two moms to our child, because the child gonna be like, well, where my damn daddy? You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of things that we're gonna have to already go through. So we didn't want to add an extra thing, but whatever it takes. Like, we wanted a child. I wanted a baby that's my wife's eggs that I could carry. So and it's just a beautiful experience, because so many women cannot have children that are younger than me. So I feel absolutely blessed, and like I have a miracle in my stomach, because I'm 49 years old, so I just wanted people to know, like, it's not like, oh, we didn't choose a black donor. We had no options. So black men out there, if you want to help or contribute, please go somewhere and give up some of that sperm. You know what I'm saying? Because we had no other options, and I didn't want to have to settle for the one option that we did have. So I just wanted to clear that up, because it's turning into something ugly that is not me or my wife. And I just wanted to say something about that. We want to bring a loving, kind, healthy, considerate, not entitled child into this world, humble, and I can't wait to raise a child and see, what type of individual he turns out to be. So thank y'all for listening to me. Thank you, Ricky, for this platform. And I just wanted to say that we need more black sperm donors, y'all.
And that's a good.
If y'all made it to the end of this video and y'all like more content like this, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll keep them coming. See you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, and also subscribe to the channel if you have not. Now, bye. Bye.